This is Elizabeth Short. She was 22 years old. She had dark hair, green eyes, and a laugh that people who knew her said they never forgot. She came to Los Angeles with a dream. She wanted to become an actress. On the morning of January 15th, 1947, a woman walking through a quiet neighborhood saw what she believed was a department store mannequin lying in an empty lot. It wasn't a mannequin. It was Elizabeth Short. Her body had been carefully washed, cut with extraordinary precision, and left beside a public sidewalk. The killer would later send letters to the newspapers, taunting investigators. And despite one of the largest murder investigations in Los Angeles history, no one was ever brought to justice. This is the story of the Black Dahlia. Elizabeth Short was born on July 29, 1924, in Hyde Park, Massachusetts. One of 5 daughters, her family struggled during the Great Depression. Her father disappeared. Elizabeth was warm, funny, and dreamed of a better life. She dreamed of becoming an actress. By 1946, Elizabeth had arrived in Los Angeles. The last time Elizabeth Short was confirmed alive was on the evening of January 9th, 1947. A salesman named Robert Manley drove her to Los Angeles. He dropped her off at the Biltmore Hotel. She walked inside. Then she walked back out. 6 days later, on the morning of January 15th, 1947, a woman named Betty Bersinger was walking with her young daughter. She suddenly stopped. At first, she thought it was a mannequin. Then she looked again. It wasn't a mannequin. Who could have done this? Within hours, Los Angeles exploded with rumors. Who knew Elizabeth? Who wrote the letters? Was the killer watching the investigation? Then, detectives uncovered something they never expected. Just days after the murder, something even more disturbing happened. An envelope arrived at the offices of the Los Angeles Examiner. The package contained items that only the killer could have possessed. If the killer was willing to contact the newspapers, what would he do next? One name has dominated this case for decades. He was brilliant and deeply controversial. But despite decades of speculation, no evidence has ever proven George Hodel committed the murder. Despite years of investigation, detectives were no closer to identifying Elizabeth Short's killer. As the years passed, today, investigators have tools that detectives in 1947 could only imagine. Could this case still be solved? For decades, the Black Dahlia has become one of the most famous unsolved cases in American history. But behind the headlines was a young woman who came to Hollywood with a dream. Nearly 80 years later, Elizabeth Short's murder remains officially unsolved. Her name became famous around the world. But perhaps the greatest tragedy is that many people remember the mystery and forget the person. She arrived in Los Angeles with hope. Like countless others, she wanted a better future. That dream was stolen. But her story continues to remind us why every unsolved case deserves to be remembered. Not because of the mystery, but because of the life that was lost.